I graduated from high school an entire year ago. I vividly remember the last months of my high school career feeling frantic, stressed, and on edge. After anticipating graduation for years, I should feel excited, even relieved, right? Wrong. The classmates around me were busy figuring out what they wanted their futures to look like. Most students had already picked a college, some decided on trades, and a few even chose to go on missions trips. I, however, had absolutely no clue as to what I wanted to do after graduation. You would think that the years of preparation for your future, guidance from teachers and counselors, and the constant pressure from peers and family would eventually inspire me to get a move on with life and figure it out as everyone else does. But I made a decision that many people do not make, and it is often looked down upon. I stayed home. Didn't try anything new, didn't move away to fulfill some experience that I'm told to have, didn't pursue the independent adulting life like everyone else who turns freshly 18. I limited myself. Sure, I kept myself busy, started my own business, earned some money at home, but I was still outnumbered by my classmates who are now living completely different lives, seemingly living out their dreams, futures, and new experiences. And frankly, I still can't tell if I'm thriving or falling behind. I do believe there is something worthy of being said about expectations at such a young age. It's baffling how society has normalized the concept of moving out and starting your own life at only 18. The average high school graduate has no idea what they want their lives to look like and are often pressured into figuring it out immediately. And a big reason why the majority of people take that route is because that is how the system was built. Get a degree, get a job with a degree, work, retire, die. There's nothing wrong with desiring a stable lifestyle and planning your future career. It's important to know what you're passionate about and how you want to fulfill your purpose in that way. And I'm sure that places like college are a great opportunity to start. However, to expect a child, yes, a child, to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their lives and shaming them for not figuring it out sooner is insane and very unrealistic. We had just spent 13 years in a solid system with rules, routine, and algorithm, oftentimes learning things that aren't always useful in real life, just to be thrown out into the world and suddenly know exactly what we want, all because of an age. The human brain doesn't even fully develop until as early as 30. But if a 20-year-old decides they want to take a unique route instead of what everyone is pushing them to do, then that is something to be ashamed of, and you are now falling behind in life. You need to hurry up and figure it out. You can't make a living out of that. You're running out of time. Older people will always try to hit you with the welcome to the real world BS. But why does my life have to be miserable? What happened to passion, hobbies, true fulfillment? What if I actually don't want to be a worker robot for 60 plus years? Why does the term real world have to mean something negative? I believe we were all created with a unique purpose. We aren't meant to slave away, sink into the depressive system that was built for us, and then wonder where all the years went and why we still feel empty. Of course, working hard and humbling yourself by doing things you don't feel like doing is good and rewarding, but our lives are also meant for so much more. We are made to be in community with one another, sharing our gifts, talents, and passions, and embracing our differences. If we try to fill our cups with superficial things that don't enhance our true potential, then we will live in a depressing society and, as a result, become indifferent. True fulfillment is attained through Christ, and He's the one who gives us these passions and opportunities to build a sustainable and enjoyable future. I am blessed enough with parents who are willing to troubleshoot different things with me and try to be as supportive as they can, despite me taking an unusual route. I'm thankful to have my own rent-free space where I can be creative with my business while taking the time to find a future that I think is suitable for me. And during that time, I am still discovering new things, passions, hobbies, all things that give me true joy and fulfillment. I frequently need to remind myself to take my life day by day and enjoy each moment as if it were my last. I'm not behind. I'm only 19. There is no race. How could I even be falling behind in my own life? Behind of who? I will not succumb to the depressive cycle society has normalized. I am meant to be so much more, and all I can do right now is wait for my path to unfold.